Hey everyone, this is Angela from Bake It With Love, and if you've been watching it all this week, you know that I'm working on some cake stuff moving toward a cake. We're doing the basic homemade white cake, and this is the cake we're working towards. Those fondant roses that we've been doing, they're all going on this white cake. It's got a lemon curd filling. It's going to have some basic white buttercream on it as a crumb coat, and then we're laying fondant over it as well, which will be tomorrow. I'll give you the lemon curd right after this video. So we're going to start out with 2 1/4 cups of cake flour in the bowl of our stand mixer, and then we're going to add 1 3/4 cups of sugar, as well as 3 teaspoons of baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, because I'm using salted butter. If you're using unsalted, use 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm adding in 1 cup of butter. It's cold, and I've just diced it into the tablespoon portions, and I'm adding it in, and it's going to be kind of cubed. You're looking like you were if you're making a pie crust. You're looking for that crumble size, that pea size. That's all we're looking for here. And then we'll start adding some liquids. And some of those liquids will be on top of the 2 teaspoons of vanilla, the clear vanilla that I'm using. I also have a cup of milk at room temperature, as well as 6 egg whites at room temperature. So make sure you set those out in advance so that you can add them here and not have any issues with your emulsion because your milk or eggs are really cold. And I'm adding my 6 egg whites here, followed by the 2 teaspoons of clear vanilla extract. You don't have to use clear. I wanted this cake to be really white, so I went with clear myself. That's personal choice. It all tastes the same, right? And then my cup of milk, I'm going to add and just kind of drizzle in half and let it mix in so that my batter starts to get a little bit more wet here. And then I'll add the rest of it, and my batter will be done, ready to pour in my cake pans. So my cake pans, I always butter them. If you have the non-stick cooking spray, that's the kind that has like the flour for the quick release, that works great. But I don't know. I did all my baking with my grandma when I was young, so I think I kind of hold to some old things, although she didn't use parchment paper, which I love, and I'll never go back from that. So my batter's nice and silky here. I'm ready to turn off my mixer and get my cake pans ready. I'm buttering both of them and then using a touch of flour in both and spreading it by tapping my pans around so that the flour coats the bottom and all the edges. I'll be using some bake even strips with this cake today too. If you don't have them, don't worry. You can just level your cake. You can also do some homemade bake even strips, and I will put that information below later, or in another post probably. And then once your pans are ready, go ahead and divide the batter between the 2 cake pans evenly. Obviously we want them as even as possible to start out with. You can always tap your pans on the countertop there to make sure that the batter's nice and level when you're done dividing it. I'm not going to show it this time, but I do that. So they're ready to go in the oven, and we're going to bake this at 350 degrees. And I baked mine about 27 minutes, and I cooled them for 5 minutes. So there you go. Those cakes are ready to go and be decorated. I hope you watch our other videos as we put this together. As always, we're so glad to have you here with us. If you like the video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything that's coming up, because we have a lot to go. Thanks for watching.